Question?
Why did they have this fear in the first place?
In this room? In Strosacker?
No. Why do older people, as you mentioned, have this fear of software and like using programs in the first place? Where did this fear come from?
Oh, the fear. Well, there's a digital divide, there's a gender divide, there's lots of divides. There's an age divide, right? There's an economic divide. And each time we hit these divides, the young rich kids from the suburbs get all the latest stuff. In fact, this is what Apple was born and raised on, right? Apple was based upon the fact that they had the best shit. So all the rich kids would buy one of each. Well, by definition, if you got a Mac and everybody else got a PC, well, you're the cool dude. Well, what about everybody else that didn't get a Mac? All right, same thing with video game consoles, same thing with big screen monitors, same thing with cars. There's a place called Williams in Sonoma. They live off of rich people. But meanwhile, you got all the discount brokers for everybody else. So we've always had the have and have-nots. We've always had this divide.
But how does that represent some fear? How do you account for the fear if having a have-not? Does that create fear?
Yeah. All right. So let's switch over to the cognitive psychology, and here's one of the professors over here. So let me just, I'll try to answer it and move on quickly, okay? So I'm going to guess, Peter, that this is about unknown and about superiority and this mind share game that people play with each other, and I've got it and you don't. And so then you go onto this monitor and this nurse tried to do something, and it had like the bracket and the CR. And she goes, what the hell does brackets with CR mean? Because us geeks love to use acronyms and weird terms and stuff. It's how we all bond. But the nurse doesn't know what brackets with the CR means. So she doesn't want to admit that she's stupid. Like right now, I met a guy 2 weeks ago who specializes in working with congressmen and senators in private sessions to show them how to use their BlackBerries. Because they won't admit to their staff that they don't know how to use it. So, I mean, they're afraid to let someone know of their ignorance. So ignorance and fear, see, you're probably a smart person, you probably have never experienced this, but people who don't understand something and they see that everybody else does, they recoil back. So the trick and the essence of this project I want to do is that by having live video help, it means that at any time a human can reach out to another human. Now ideally, our software will start matching. So if a senior citizen clicks, it matches them to a senior citizen to help. Or if a kid clicks, or if I'm interested in gardening or amateur photography, it'll match me to someone who's into gardening or amateur photography, right? We can't do that in the early stages, but that's where we're going, with kind of intelligent routing of the help calls. All right?